What is up, Eternal Fruit family? Welcome back to your favorite podcast. We are your hosts, Alex and
Adriana.
I want to thank you guys for the love on Fruitful Wednesdays. Mm-hmm. You know, Kevin says thank you guys for the support as well.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew, but he has a twin.
Yeah.
His name's Kevin.
I'll give you all the backstory on Kevin. So, back in the day, maybe a little bit of today too. Sorry. I used to have a lot of trust issues, right? She knows that. And when I would go to places like fast food restaurants or anything, I'd be like, oh, can I get a name? I'm like, Kevin. Like, I didn't like giving my real name.
And you know the thing is, like, his real name isn't even Alex.
Yeah, it's not. My name's Alejandro, right? And people are like, why do they call you Alex? Yeah. Please, people can't know this. I have with some people, really, some people, they question why they call me Alex.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I couldn't probably even speak since they started calling me Alex. You know, but some of you know me as Alex. Some of you know me as Tapia.
I think
Tapiux.
when I found out your name was Alejandro, I was probably like in middle school. I was like, what the heck? I thought it was Alex.
Yeah, not too long ago, there was another agent in the office. Two, actually. One of them, they put happy birthday to Alejandro, which is there's another agent named Alejandro on Facebook, and she was like, oh, happy birthday. And I was like, oh no, that's not me, that's a different Alejandro. And then oh no, my bad, I'm sorry. I was she was trying to send me something through my email, and she's like, I thought your name was Alex. I'm like, yeah, no, my name's Alejandro, but they call me Alex. And she was like, why do they call you Alex? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, they just gave me that since I was young. Like, I don't know. And another guy asked me the same thing.
I actually think they would call you Ale, and then everybody just started calling you Alex.
Noemi calls me Ale all the time.
And your
mom.
Your mom sometimes. She'll be like, Ale.
Nah, not. Yeah, nah, I don't think so.
I feel like I've heard it, but it's probably Noemi.
They don't call me Alex, my parents. They call me Alejandro.
Yeah, that's true.
But everybody that knows me. Tapia.
Yeah, Tapia.
Yep.
Or Tapiux.
Yeah, or Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy. Shout out the owner.
Yeah, but shout out to Kevin. Nah, just kidding.
Honestly, no, bro. But dude, today, I always say this. My freaking life is a movie, bro. My life is a movie.
Yep.
I've almost died like 3 times. I've lived like 5 different lives, and I'm barely 28. But today, dude, we had like the craziest experience. So there's a part here in Houston on Airline that my family and I, we call it La Marqueta, because there you can buy like fresh fruit. Like, you can buy things from Mexico pretty much. Like,
even the weekdays?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't know that.
La Tía Pancha's Sábado y Domingo, or Sábado Domingo.
Oh, I heard of that place.
Yeah, La Tía Pancha. But we went to La Marqueta, and we were at this little store, and we were like looking because my mom wanted to buy something. And then out of nowhere, we just hear "pa," and I was like, oh. And then it sounded like something like hit the,
like a car crash or something.
Yeah, like a car crash. But then I start hearing like ayuda, llámala a la policía. And I was like, oh shoot,
somebody crashed.
No, I thought someone got run over.
Oh,
because I just heard like yelling and like help, like someone call the police.
Yeah.
And so I'm like trying to keep my parents calm, like trying to walk towards the door, but then I'm like, I don't know, what if it's like a gun or something, because I just heard a pop. And so then I was like, and then I see my brother stayed in the car, and my brother comes in, and he's like, are y'all okay? I was like, what the heck? And he's like looking back like, and I was like, oh shoot, like what happened? I was like, what happened? Like, are you okay? And they're like, no, are y'all okay? I was like, yeah. He's like, it's because these guys were like pushing each other like in the front, and so I just like came in here because I thought they were arguing in here. And I was like, we were making our way out there because we thought something happened over there. Like, the car was parked in the front. So in my head, I'm like, bro, they probably crashed into like the car. My brother's in there or something. And so then, and then we go outside, and like everybody's running around. And I was like, and I was like, oh shoot, what happened? So it turns out that this guy, like, they were loading his car or unloading it. I don't know. It was one of the two. They were either unloading it with products from Mexico, or he was loading it to distribute to different locations.
Yeah.
So they were like a vendor. And so he did that. And so when I heard the ding, it was actually that someone had popped their tire and stole their backpack with the guy's papers and his money.
Damn.
And this guy was like running frantically, trying mainly for the paper. He's like, I don't care about the money. It's like my papers are in there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh shoot. And so when we heard the pop, it was the tire. And then like some lady was outside. She's like, man, it was like these people, like they came up to them and they just like snatched it. And like everybody was going crazy. And they were like, call the police. And we're like, yeah, it's time to go.
Hey, at least it wasn't your brother that got robbed.
I know, true. At least nothing happened to us, but
yeah, that
I
would have
did
been
feel
crazy.
bad for the guy.
Then, yeah, you have to, bro, because he's just working, you know?
Yeah.
And here come these people who
dude,
don't.
these times are crazy, man.
Oh, very crazy, bro. People don't want to go get jobs, bro. They rather just go and rob people.
I know, man.
Break into homes, rob you at your car. Like, bro, just get a job, you know?
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of hard to get a job, from what I've heard and what I've experienced.
Especially like with supposedly right now we're like in a recession.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be even harder for people to get jobs because no one's gonna be want to be hiring. They're gonna want to cut their costs.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I listened to a podcast the other day, the Big Deal podcast. Cody Sanchez. I don't know if you know Cody Sanchez.
I think you were mentioning her a little bit a while ago.
She's a boss, bro. But she had somebody on there. I can't remember the guy's name, and the episode was called "Your Ego is Keeping You Broke." And it was talking about basically, I don't think I finished the whole thing, but one thing that stood out to me was how some people's egos are keeping them broke because they're like, well, no, I don't want to go flip. Like, what am I flipping burgers at McDonald's? Or what am I working for the trash company picking up trash? Like,
yeah,
you know, when it comes with, I mean, yeah, maybe the pay is not good, but at least you have something coming in, you know? And that, I mean, I don't know. I didn't grow up in like situations where I have to go and rob people or something. So I can't really speak for those people, but yeah, it's true. Like, just get a job, you know?
Yeah, or find a way. I mean, like you said, I didn't grow up with that mentality. Like, even though my family has a business, but before that, no one ever looks at the backstory of it. Like, my uncle, my grandpa migrated from Mexico to Chicago, actually. And there's when they started a traila or like a food truck. They started a food truck. And then I guess they came down to visit and they realized there was like no Mexican food here. So then they came here and then they started opening up a Mexican food place. And so then that started giving. And actually, an interesting story I've told a few people, but I don't know if I've told you, is that one day, obviously, like they started making tortas, tacos, all that, right? So what comes with a torta is like the bread. And one day, the person that delivered the bread got in a really bad car accident here because obviously our streets aren't made for like icy weather.
Yeah.
And at that time it started snowing. And so he was delivering bread and he crashed and he broke both his legs. He couldn't work for like months.
Dang.
And so my uncle couldn't find like a different like place.
Vendor.
To give him torta. So he was like, you know what? Like where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm going to start like making bread just for like my businesses. And so he started making bread, and through that he started giving it to different people, to different restaurants. And then that's where he found out like, hey, maybe I can make this into a bigger business. And like that just goes back to what you're saying, like if you're willing to do it with that mentality, like you're gonna be okay rather than like looking to hurt other people as a way of income.
Because that doesn't lead to anything. Like, okay, you robbed someone, you took some money, but it's just gonna fly out, you know. But this way, when you're doing good and you're actually on the right path, like look what it's become, you know.
Exactly. And it's not to hype up my family, but one thing that I really like love that my parents taught me. Now that I'm getting older, I'm like, man, my parents are so smart, so wise.
Boomer. Nah, just kidding.
Literally. No, but when I was younger, I was like, man, what do they know? What do they know? But now that I'm older, I mean, I'm not super old, but you know, I'm getting there. And
knees though.
Yeah, knees. My knees are bad. They've always been bad though. But now that I'm older, I realize that like they're so smart. And one thing that I really like that they taught me is like to work for what I have to earn
Yeah.
my living. Like my parents never gave me handouts. Like obviously like they did give me stuff, but it was always like earn it, you know, like earn it, and like you did good here, here you go, or like stuff like that, where it's like I never close myself to like, oh, it's because I don't know what to do or whatever, but it's like I know that if I want to do it, like I just have to set out for it, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
You know?
that's right. Sometimes I feel like that's how, I think I talked about it before, but I feel like that sometimes like God tells me that because I asked for a lot, and He's just like, well, bro, put in the work,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, that's how I feel, and that's actually how I've been feeling like the last 2 months, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was like I want to get all this, or I have like the goals. Obviously, we all make goals right at the beginning of the year, and it's just like, well, how bad do you want them?
Yeah.
You know, are you willing to go work, or are you just gonna pray and wait?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta pray, but then take action. You know, like I heard the quote again, like, work like it's up to you and pray like it's up to God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that means you have to put in the work. You know, just like your uncle did. He had to put in the work because he wasn't able to get that bread distributed to him anymore.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
not just that, but something that came to my mind right now is like put in the work, and if you're going the wrong direction, God's gonna redirect you as long as you're allowing Him to lead you. Like for
Oh, yeah.
example, my uncle started in Chicago, but he realized that in Houston they needed more like Mexican restaurants, so he came here. You know, like he decided to like leave his family in Mexico. He decided to, you know, leave from that comfort that he was in Chicago and come to Houston.
Yeah, that makes me think that sometimes your calling can be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, we all know it takes obedience to get to like what God has for you, but sometimes you do have to make a sacrifice. You know,
Yeah.
he did both. He obeyed. Well, I don't know about how he was with God or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but in a different circumstance, you can say like, you know what, I'm gonna obey God, but at the same time, I'm gonna sacrifice like time with my family and stuff to later have like pretty much any time that I want with my family, or
Yeah.
be able to move everybody over here. You know what I mean? Not, I don't know. It just made me
Yeah.
think of that. That's pretty crazy.
No, yeah, and sometimes like you said, you have to put in the work right there, like sacrifice long nights, like sweating, like hard work to be able to get to where you want. And I think that's something my uncle did very well. I'm just like, you know, hyping up my family over here, but it's not to hype them
Yeah.
up. It's just like that's something that has really been like sticking out to me, because when I was younger, I was not that I was embarrassed, but I was like ugh, like people are gonna think that I have everything, da, da, da. But like no one sees like the
work.
backstory, and I feel like really like these past few months, God has been like showing me like, hey, like this is your heritage, this is where you come from, because I had been asking him,
Dude, same, bro.
dude, I had been asking him like, okay, like what do you want me to do? Like I don't know like what you want me to do. And I saw a preaching that was like, if you don't know what to do, like look at what your family does and what your family has been doing for generations or past generations. And that's why a lot of people feel lost now, is because they don't realize where their heritage comes from or where their roots come from.
Yeah, they take for granted what their parents did for them.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's something that like maybe like even a week ago, God has really put in my heart of like, cause you know me, I've always said like, I don't want a business. I don't want nothing like that.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with what my family does. I've always said that. And now I'm slowly coming to the realization that I have to be happy and realize that I'm fortunate enough to have those situations in my life, or the businesses in my life, to where like see it as a blessing rather than like, like, bro, I have to go work and I've been doing the same work for like, but it's like now I realize I'm like, okay, like I'm blessed to have that.
Yeah, like they put in all that work, one, to be able to like afford to take care of y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
And two, so y'all can carry out the legacy that they have left, you know? That's been something on my mind too, where I'm like now I have like a lot of ideas and stuff, right? I'm like, how is it so hard for my parents to understand sometimes? but at the same time, it's like it was two different eras, you know. And nowadays, it's way easier to become rich,
Yeah.
you know, and it's way easier to grasp the ideas of investing in this or creating that, you know, without really being scared of losing stuff, you know. But all they knew was work, 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 you know. At least we'll speak for our family, right?
Yeah.
So now it's like you said, you got to realize how blessed you are, you know. That's something that like snapped in me last week, where I'm like I don't know why, I was just driving and I got a bunch of flashbacks of my parents and like how much they did for me as I was growing up, and when I wanted certain things and they couldn't get them, and now they can, and I'm just like, dang. For a second I felt bad because I was like, man, I feel like I took a lot of that for granted, you know. But now, as we get older, like you said, you start realizing everything, and you're like, man, they did the best they could, you know. And in a whole different like country and not knowing the language, like they push forward, bro. And now for us, like you have to do double that, or you know, they kind of put a stepping stone for you to start, and you put one for your next generation, you know. But yeah, that's been on my mind lately too.
One of the revelations God just gave me literally right now is like, we have to put in the work of what they've taught us. They already did their teaching, you know. Like, I'm not saying they're old, but like they already did their teaching. Now it's up to us to follow that, you know, to really create that legacy of what they've done. And I never realized the weight of my name, because with my name comes my parents' name.
That last name.
Yeah, and everybody's going to be like, oh, that's the daughter of so-and-so, and she's this way, and her parents were this way, you know? Like, I never realized how heavy the legacy really is with the last name, where, like, any little thing you do not just affects you, but affects your family as well.
Yeah, and the family to come, you know, because then you're going to have kids, and then people are going to be like, oh, that's so-and-so, or that's Adriana's daughter.
Yeah.
That's Adriana's son, you know, and a lot of people mostly remember the bad stuff. You know, you could do all these good things for people.
Dude, yes.
And then you do one bad thing, and they just say, bro, you broke everything, you know. And sometimes it's accidental, and they're still like, nah, like that person is, I don't know, stuck up, or that person doesn't listen to what you ask them to do, or, you know, like, I don't understand why people are like that.
I mean, some people like to stick to that, but I've heard it saying multiple times. It's like, if you want people to talk good about you, die, because that's when all the good memories come. But once you're alive, they're just gonna talk mess about you.
I was about to do something, but nah, I can do it.
It happens.
I'm working on my dark humor, guys.
Yeah,
working on my dark humor.
Literally.
But one thing that came up to me right now, since we're talking about family and stuff, the other day we were watching Hawaii 5-0, and there was like a episode where it was like Halloween night, and then some dude had committed like a murder to sacrifice someone, and was doing like a satanic ritual, and then he had killed a girl, and then he had another guy, or the girl's boyfriend or something, locked up in a cage. The dude went out to go buy something for his grandma, and then while he was out, the guy in the cage escaped, and he came out of the basement, and he asked the grandma, like, where is he, like, where'd he go? And he had a knife.
Wait, the grandma was in on it?
I'm getting there.
Oh shoot.
And he was like, where's the phone? I'm gonna call the cops. And he goes and he's like calling, and then the grandma just comes and stabs him, and then she's just waiting in the kitchen while he's like on the floor bleeding out. And then her grandson walks in, and he's like, I'm sorry. And then grandma's like, I'm tired of cleaning up your mess. And I just thought, like, bro, generational curses, man.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, it's a show. I get it, right? But it just came up in my mind where I was like, man, these generational curses are real, bro. Like,
they are. You
know, and that's why it's important to break stuff off that needs to be breaking off, right? But in the case we're talking about, it's like hardworking parents who taught us like how to be good people. You know, doesn't mean we didn't have like bad curses, I guess,
Yeah.
or chains that we had to break off.
Yeah.
You know, there's to this day I'm still working on breaking things off, right? But yeah, that's why it's important to realize what they've taught us, so we could keep carrying out carrying out the goodness for when we have our children.
Exactly. And one example that came up to me right now that you were saying that is like, for example, everybody knows Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria, bro. Everybody knows the most famous Colombian bad guy.
Yeah.
And his son is like completely different from his dad.
Oh, I
Like
haven't kept that.
he does not want to be involved in any of that stuff, and like he's always said his dad was like a good person, but he fell into like bad habits. But like, yeah, you can definitely, like, if your parents are going one way and you don't see yourself like that, like you can definitely change the course, but like really put God in the middle so that he can direct you like which way to go.
Yeah, keeping God at center and involved in all your plans, it goes a long way, man.
Literally.
You know, this year I've really been intentional about doing that, and he's been opening doors like left and right, and like plugging me in with the right people. Like that's one thing I've been asking for a while. Like just help me meet the right people who can help me level up, you know? Because I love being around people who are doing better than me, you know, especially in areas that I want to grow in, or things I want to get involved with. Like, bro, like real estate investing. There's people at the office who have been doing it for years, you know? And I just love going and asking them how they do this, like how they fund the deals, how they get funded. And it's just so cool to learn from different people, you know? That's one thing. 2 weekends ago, I went to a training from a guy named Montez McRae, I think. I think that was his name. He's from Baltimore, I think he said. And dude's 25, bro, and he's killing it in the real estate game, right?
Yeah.
And he's actually, I think he's going to become a lawyer pretty soon.
Oh, shoot. Damn.
Yeah, no, the dude is freaking top notch, right?
Yeah.
And that's one thing he said, that he was never scared to go and ask different people, because we're all different, right? And we all do things differently. So you can always learn from different people, you know, no matter how older they are, no matter how younger they are, you can always learn from pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Because everybody has different skills and different gifts. I mean, we were learning just the other day about like how many gifts God gives us when we're born. We come with so many different gifts, but just because we have those gifts doesn't mean we're saved. You know, it depends really how we choose to honor those gifts, because God, like I said, we're born with them. God gives it to us, but it's our job to honor God with them.
No, absolutely, man. And that's why I was saying, like, you have to keep God at center, you know, and you have to really ask God, like, what gifts do I have, you know? Because not everybody, like, I can't sing, you know? I wasn't gifted with some vocals, you know? Or I don't know, I never tried. I might just try it next episode. I don't know.
Real.
No, I'm just kidding.
We're going to drop a rap song.
Eternal Fruit, little mixtape. Nah, just kidding.
The EFEP. Oh.
But yeah, man, that's one thing I've been wanting to find out, because I'm not gonna lie, something like what's my gift, you know? Like, what is it? But I feel like I've been so stuck in like the lies that I get told, you know, and the fear, that I can't really untap. I know I need a breakthrough. I don't know if anybody's felt that, or if you felt that, where you know, you're like, bro, if I could just break through this fear, you know, I'll be unstoppable.
Yeah.
And it's crazy thing that I know it, but it still takes me a while to do it.
Yeah. No, lately I've been dealing with this anxiety, but like, what's crazy is like, okay, I went on a trip. Whoa. No, I went on a trip, and then I came back and I felt just like relaxed. Like, I felt chill. But then out of nowhere, like my body just like started feeling scared, but my mind was at peace, like knowing that I'm good. And lately I've been dealing with that, where like I get like cramps when I'm like, oh, like And then I look it up, and I'm like, okay, like it says it's anxiety.
You just get no, bro. Nah.
No, and literally ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT.
El doctor ChatGPT.
Literally, no, I asked him or her, whatever it is. We don't know these days. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I asked it, and then it was like telling me how like sometimes it's just your mind. Like your brain is directly connected to your stomach, and even though you feel
that's your second brain, bro.
Yeah, even though you feel peace up here, like whatever emotions you're not letting out, like your stomach is feeling it. So that's where I'm like, oh shoot, like I need to learn.
Yeah, that's why it's
go.
so important to have like a good gut and to clean it out and all that, and your mindset is everything, bro.
Literally,
everything. Yeah. I watch a lot of like entrepreneur stuff, right? And that's one thing. I watched like 3 or 4 videos in a row, and that's the one thing that stood out to me. How pretty much all of them were just like, your mindset is everything. Like your mind can get you places that you don't even think you could get in. You know, like, and obviously, me, I'll consult God first, because He is the one who gets you. You know,
yeah.
But it's so true, bro. Like everything is in here. You know, and as long as you're clear and intentional in here, like everything else.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what actually one of them, that dude that's like saying that he can't die or he's not gonna die.
Is it the one that's like been using like his younger son's blood?
Yeah, I think it's that guy.
Yeah, I've seen that guy.
I think it's that guy.
Yeah.
I just saw a clip about him today actually, where the dude James from the School of Hard Knocks, he asked him like, so what's like the key things to live forever? Like he said he's gonna live forever, right? And he was like, well, number 1 is sleep. Like your sleep. No, well, he said health, and then he said the top 3 things was like sleep is number 1.
Yeah.
You know, and that is true, bro. Because when you don't get a lot of sleep, like your mind's just like racing, your body's like dragging, and it really is all in here.
Yeah, in your head. Yeah.
No,
I agree. And one thing I've been doing lately is like if I'm sad or something, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna allow myself to feel sad for today or for this hour, and then when this hour comes or whenever I wake up and open my eyes, I'm not gonna allow that sadness to stay in me. Like I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna give it to God. And so lately I've been doing that, and I feel like not just happier, but like way better mentally. Like I feel like I'm good. So, like, yeah, like, my anxiety, I feel like... it's crazy because I really don't feel... Like, my mind, I'm like, I'm not even scared of anything. It's just my body's trying to let go of, like, trauma or something. I don't know.
It's because you got to work out, bro.
Oh, my God.
Oh, brother.
Don't
I'm telling you, bro.
Don't start.
Your day just takes a whole different...
I know.
Meaning, once you work out first thing in the morning, bro, it changes everything.
It makes me tired.
No, it's all in here, bro.
No, I know. I need to work out. It's just, I don't want to be sore.
If we get 25 likes, she will start working out.
No. 10.
You know what? Make it 5 likes.
No. I don't know. I just need to do it on my own.
Give us a thumbs up, down if y'all want to start working out.
I need a gym partner. That's what I need.
There you go.
I need accountability and a gym partner. Hit me up if y'all want to be gym partners.
Yeah, let her know because, I mean...
I pay for a membership, but I don't use it.
I've never paid for membership. Heck no, bro. I'd rather go to the park and be outdoors.
Yeah, me too. That's also why I don't like to work out. But I only paid for it because I said I was going to go with my friends. And then we only went like twice. And I haven't been since. The last time I used it was because I had to really, really go to the restroom.
Oh my God.
I pulled up and I was like, I gotta go. And then I just like left. That's the last time I went to the gym.
That's crazy. That's actually a pretty good
yeah. So
like
now I'm like,
now
I'm like, okay, I might have that gym membership for a while.
The last time we went, was it this year or last year?
Who, us two?
Yeah.
No, that was when you still went to CDF. We went after church.
No. We just went. We went to the one right here.
Yeah, after CDF.
No, it was I think it was earlier this year or last year.
I think it was last year. You weren't married. So it's definitely last year.
I don't know. But that was the last time I stepped foot inside a gym.
I know.
Now it's been all outside.
Yeah. And then I tried playing soccer and then I just couldn't.
I still try. I got about 7 minutes in me, you know?
Yeah.
Before I'm like, hey, cambio, árbitro. Sácame.
The thing is, I'm good at running. I just can't, like, my touch isn't there anymore. It is, but it's not.
See,
like, I need to
you
practice
gotta
it.
work out. You gotta sharpen it, bro. God wants us to be in shape.
I just want to eat good food.
I don't know it was a sin to overeat, bro.
Yeah.
That's
it
crazy.
Is.
It's a good little topic for another day, you know?
Oh, yeah. That's true. I love food. And if you have good food recommendations, leave it down below.
Yeah. And we're not fat shaming anybody.
No, we're not.
You know?
Trust me. Main reason why I need to work out is because I got to lose a couple pounds.
Yeah, bro.
But we're from Texas, so you know,
it's hard.
We gotta live up to the Texan hype.
Everything's bigger in Texas, bro.
Yep.
You know.
Well, I mean, did you want to add anything else?
Go run up the numbers on the
Instagram
for Wednesday.
Subscribe. Hey, ding, ding,
hey,
ding,
shout out Joe P though. Nice.
For real. No, yeah, subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoyed this message. Don't forget to follow us. And like I said, subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment if you guys want to. Yeah, share. And leave a comment if you guys want anything specific to talk about. Other than that, we will see you guys next week.
Peace.